this video, 7 foods so powerful they triggered a 300% improvement in kidney function for an end-stage patient. Guys, when I first read this medical case study, my jaw hit the floor.
Wow!
A patient staring down the dialysis chair with a GFR of 9.1 shoot straight back up to a 37.5. She cured her insulin resistance, melted off 45 pounds, and cut her cholesterol in half. Let's see how. Catherine here, I'm a doctor of natural medicine. Today, I'm sharing with you 7 foods that I consider a must for every CKD patient. Simply put, if you want to improve, you gotta eat them every day. These are the foods I recommend my patients most often. But here's the thing, all these foods are a must, but do not miss number 4 in particular. There is one specific low-protein food that drops creatinine so fast, some dialysis clinics actually advised against it. But if used in the context of a well-planned renal diet, it can really help achieve a significant GFR improvement. Okay guys, let's jump to the foods to lower creatinine straight away, starting with number 7, broccoli. Yeah, I'm starting this with core foods that should always be present in your diet. Everyone knows broccoli is a great healthy vegetable, right? But here's the catch. If your goal is lowering your creatinine, you are probably eating broccoli all wrong. Let me explain. If you look at this medical study, literally titled Eat Your Broccoli, no, it's not a joke, we uncover a terrifying reality for CKD patients. It's called oxidative stress. Think of oxidative stress like a raging forest fire violently tearing through your kidneys. You see, oxidative stress is the exact pathway where high blood pressure and diabetes turn your healthy kidney tissue to ash. The solution? Eat your broccoli and eat it right. Most people boil their broccoli until it is absolute mush. That doesn't just kill the flavor, it completely destroys those firefighting antioxidants before they can even get to work. What to do? Look at the recipe on your screen right now. This is how you prepare broccoli. First, chop it fresh and then wait. Walk away for exactly 40 minutes before cooking. Why? Because sulforaphane, the ultimate kidney protecting compound, is only created as a defense mechanism when the plant tissue is damaged. If you toss broccoli straight into the heat, you destroy the compound before the plant even creates it. So chop, wait, and then steam it for a maximum of 2 minutes so it stays crisp. And here comes the secret weapon. Sprinkle it with mustard powder. Not just any random spice, it must be mustard. Why? Because the sulforaphane in broccoli is notoriously hard for your body to absorb on its own. It needs a biological key to unlock it, the myrosinase enzyme found in mustard powder. Now add a splash of extra virgin olive oil and a squeeze of fresh lemon to accelerate the absorption even more, and boom! Your boring side dish is now your secret weapon against high creatinine. And if you've been eating broccoli wrong your whole life, don't worry, you are not alone. So if you know someone fighting to save their kidneys, hit the share button. Send this exact recipe to them. Now let's move on to the next superfood. Number 6, let's talk about berries and red grapes. If you have kidney disease and you have been researching topics about the renal diet for more than a couple of minutes, you probably already know that berries are the best friends of your kidneys. Berries are low potassium, protein-free, and they pack a huge amount of fiber and, most importantly, antioxidants. Yes, I said it, antioxidants like broccoli. And I know what you might be thinking right now. Wait, don't tell me I've been eating berries wrong as well? Well, let's look at it this way. At least we don't cook berries. But here's the thing. Berries and red grapes are among the best sources on earth of resveratrol. This is one of the most powerful antioxidants we know of, and one that's notoriously hard to absorb. Now guys, if you want to follow a diet that's not just aimed at managing CKD but at improving your numbers, you want to get as many antioxidants as possible. This is why I'll be sharing with you a simple recipe to unlock the resveratrol in berries and red grapes. Let's see it. Start with red grapes or blueberries. They are both great sources of resveratrol. Then let's add a fat carrier, olive oil. Remember that resveratrol is lipophilic, meaning that the body needs some fat in order to absorb it. Now we want the bioenhancer, piperine from black pepper. Piperine helps absorbing resveratrol, making it several times more powerful. Next ingredient, a small apple, but don't throw away the peel. Choose an organic apple. Apples are a great source of quercetin, an antioxidant that will make resveratrol even more powerful. So there you have it, we just turned blueberries into a kidney-saving superfood. So now you might ask, are antioxidants really going to improve our GFR? Well, look at this huge review of studies. The science couldn't be any clearer. Having the right antioxidants in your diet can help lower your BUN. It can also help lower your creatinine and consequently improve your GFR. This is strongly supported by 32 randomized controlled trials published in some of the most authoritative journals. Now guys, remember, these foods can help, but you need to eat them every day. Eating some berries once in a while won't make a difference. Adding some broccoli to your salad on Friday isn't going to cut it. Remember, diabetes, high blood pressure, and inflammation are attacking your kidneys every day. You want daily protection. So, what if you don't want to eat broccoli and berries every day? Well guys, that's exactly why I created Rena Best. Rena Best is the best renal multivitamin you can find because it's the only one made not just to help you manage the decline of your kidney function. When I designed Rena Best, I had one goal in mind, helping you recover your kidney function. I made antioxidants the heart of Rena Best. With each daily capsule of Rena Best, you are getting tocopherols, vitamin C, zinc, selenium, and even the powerful CoQ10. Rena Best is the only renal multivitamin that includes these kidney-saving molecules. So, if you are tired of treatments, just aim at managing the decline of your GFR, it's time to try Rena Best. Follow the link down in the description or visit renabiotech.co if you want to try it. Okay guys, let's move on. Number 5, let's get back to the foods. Now we need to talk about one of the cornerstones of the renal diet, protein. Fact, no diet will be complete without a source of high quality protein, alright? And the food I recommend the most when it comes to high quality protein is buckwheat. I know, not what you were expecting, but let me explain. With kidney disease, you want as little protein as possible, and that's not up for debate. And you want plant-based protein. However, what most people don't know about plant-based protein is that most plants are not high-quality protein. But what does that even mean, you ask? Well, quality of protein is all about the amino acids content, alright? You see, the human body doesn't really use protein to build and repair tissue. It needs to break it down into amino acids. There are 9 essential amino acids, and while you can get most of them from whole grains, most whole grains are low in lysine. So yeah, that's why most vegans eat a lot of legumes with their whole grains to get the lysine. However, if you have kidney disease, you don't have the luxury of putting together a bunch of different foods to improve the amino acid profile. Remember, limiting protein intake is way more important than the quality of protein, alright? Now I get it. If you are new to the renal diet, your head is probably smoking right now. Don't worry, I have a solution to this problem. The amino acid issue. Not the smoking head problem. If your head is actually smoking, well, you need a fire extinguisher, not a naturopath. Anyway, here's the simple solution to this complex amino acid problem. Include a portion of buckwheat daily as your main protein source. Unlike most plant-based foods, buckwheat is a complete high-quality protein source. It basically packs all the benefits of eating meat but without the kidney-destroying toxins. Not to mention that it's also a great source of fiber, antioxidants, and calcium, which is not easy to get in a plant-based diet. And now you might ask, what if we are getting too much protein already? Wouldn't buckwheat make it worse? Well, it actually could, but don't worry, this is exactly what our next entry is for. Number 4, let's include a food that actively removes protein from your diet, alright? Because here's the thing, and I see a lot of people making this mistake. If you are eating too much protein, it doesn't really matter how healthy you are eating. You could be eating vegetables, berries, whole grains all day, but if you still eat meat, fish, or dairy, even in small amounts, your GFR can only go one way, down. Now, hopefully, you are not eating any meat, fish, or dairy, alright? But here's the thing, and this is something most people still get wrong about the renal diet. Listen carefully. Even without those kidney killer foods, you are probably still eating too much protein, says science. And you really want to remove that excess protein if your goal is improving your kidney numbers. Guys, remember, there is no improving with CKD if you don't remove low-quality protein from your diet. But where should you remove this low-quality protein from? Well, the main source of low-quality protein in your diet is pasta, rice, bread, and other processed grains. Yeah, those are the foods that put CKD patients in trouble. Most people think they are just carbs, right? Wrong. Actually, for each small serving of pasta or bread you are eating, you are getting up to 4 grams of protein, alright? But that's a problem we can solve. How? With my cassava starch wrap recipe. So take a screenshot now because this is also super easy to make. You need to combine cassava flour, water, and oil in the quantities you see on screen to form a smooth dough. Alright, the key here is to use the right amount of water to achieve a soft, pliable consistency. When you are done, you roll the dough and put it on a skillet. Cook for about 1 to 2 minutes on the first side until air bubbles begin to form. Flip the wrap and cook for another 1 to 2 minutes on the second side until a few brown spots appear. Just don't overcook it or your wrap will become stiff. Now you can use it instead of bread and remove a bunch of low-quality protein from your diet. Yeah, that's how you save your kidneys. Okay guys, let's talk about one of the most underrated vegetables out there. Our number 3 is red onions. Just like the other foods of today's video, red onions have some exceptional kidney protecting benefits. But if you thought broccoli was misunderstood, well, be prepared for a shock. Because here's the thing, not only red onions are way healthier for your kidneys than you think, virtually nobody is eating them correctly. But let's go with order. First of all, onions are a rich source of fiber and prebiotics which are necessary for optimal gut health and kidney health. Remember that the vast majority of CKD patients is eating way too much protein and way too little fiber, alright? And that's not even the main reason why you want onions in your diet daily. You see, onions are anti-inflammatory. They lower bad cholesterol, they have gentle diuretic properties, and they pack one of the most powerful detoxifier you can find in your food. I'm talking about the sulfur compounds in onion. Yeah, the stuff that makes you cry. It also makes kidney toxins cry. Not to mention that red onions in particular also packs quercetin, a powerful antioxidant. But here's the thing, these precious plant compounds are heat sensitive, alright? This is why just tossing onions in a soup or stew isn't going to give you a lot of these precious substances. So here's a simple plan to turn simple onions into a kidney-saving superfood. First of all, slice red onions thinly and let them sit for 10 minutes. This is essential to maximize their valuable antioxidants and sulfur compounds levels. Then add them raw to your salad, and of course don't forget to add some lemon, oil, and black pepper to improve the absorption. And yeah, this is how you turn onion into a kidney-saving superfood. Stop eating onions wrong. Okay guys, let's move on. Number 2. This is going to be an exception today because you are probably already eating this superfood correctly. Yeah, I know, shocking. I'm talking about ginger. I love ginger because you don't need to follow any special rule with it. You like fresh ginger? Add fresh ginger. You prefer powder? Also amazing. You want to make ginger tea? Go on. It's super healthy. Now guys, what many people don't know about ginger is that it has some of the best kidney protecting properties you can find. It's a powerful anti-inflammatory, it fights diabetes, it can help reducing cholesterol levels, it fights oxidative stress. And if that wasn't enough, ginger can also be used against nausea in patients with advanced CKD. What more do you want? So my advice with ginger is simple. Use fresh ginger daily. Keep some dried ginger around for recipes that benefit from a stronger flavor. And consider making yourself some ginger tea as well. Okay guys, just one food left. The number 1 for today is garlic. This superfood has so many of the benefits of the other foods we discussed today. It's impossible not to give it the top spot. Anti-inflammatory, check. Helps with diabetes. Garlic improves insulin resistance and boosts insulin production. It also helps with cholesterol, with the gut, with the immune function, and more. By the way, these you see here are just some of the studies that support the health benefits of garlic. But guys, the main reason why I consider garlic the best food for protecting your kidneys is hypertension. In particular, a recent meta-analysis of 12 trials and 553 hypertensive participants confirmed that garlic can lower systolic and diastolic pressure by an average of 8.3 over 5.5 millimeters of mercury, which is similar to what you will get from taking antihypertensive medications, by the way. So there you have it, and if you want to see even more kidney protecting superfoods, my video appears for you, and this is all for today. Thank you for watching. God bless you all. Bye!